type of dimension. For example, first beam 3.5, second beam 3.2, third beam 3.9. For example, fourth beam 3.7. Like we need to select the add beam cursor to add the nodes. But translational repeat, they automatically consider our node point. Internet connection, this is my screen is visible.
Yeah, yes, sir. Shashank.
Yeah. What happened? Okay. So like this, we can do the translational repeat. Now write down translational repeat. Side heading, translational repeat. Side heading, translational repeat. Side heading, translational repeat. Left hand side, geometry. Left hand side, geometry. Right hand side, close the snap and node box. Right side, close the snap and node box. Right side, close the snap and node box. Right side, close the snap and node box. Now here, enter 0, enter 0, enter 0. Next, by using of node cursor, select the node. By using of node cursor, select the node. By using of node cursor, select the node. Then go to geometry. Then go to geometry. Translational repeat. Okay. Then go to geometry. Translational repeat. Choose your direction. Choose your direction. Example X. Example X. Choose your direction. Example X. And number of steps. Example 6. Number of steps. Example 6. And spacing, I consider 3. Example 3. Done. Okay, it's a copy paste advanced option. Translational repeat. Once again. Left side geometry, right side close the snap and node box and enter 0, that is x comma y comma z equal to 0. Select the node cursor to select the node, then go to geometry, click on translational repeat. Click on translational repeat, choose the direction X, number of steps, I consider how many? As a 3. Now, next step is select link steps. Select link step. If you have forgot link step to select, then you can use the add beam cursor. Okay. To avoid add beam cursor, we need to select here link steps. Okay. Please be remember, it's a very important thing. Translation repeat. Maximum AutoCAD centerline drawings and real-time constructional steps are like this only. Depend on translational repeat only. Click on OK. Click on OK, like this. Click on OK. That is our translational repeat. Translational repeat. Now I want my elevation set. For example, you need to copy more and more columns and beams, otherwise you need to model 3D. In that purpose, select the whole structure, okay, not a node point. Select the whole structure, then repeat the procedure. What is the procedure? Translation repeat. Select the node or beams, okay. Select the beams, go to geometry, click on translational repeat, choose the direction. For example, I go with y direction, number of steps, and choose the distance, link step, okay, like this. And again, you need to continue translational repeat with 3D model. Select the whole structure, go to geometry, click on translational repeat, and choose Z direction, number of steps, and spacing. Also, I consider 5 meters. Link step, okay. Like this, you can prepare your model in your 3D model. Okay, and once you recollect the procedure, what are the things we are going to learn? Already learned. You know the how to open the software, and you know the how to set the Indian standards, and also you know the 5 steps: geometry, properties, support, load, and analysis, and also checking part also. Okay, and after complete these things, we can take some examples to do little bit calculation. And next, for grid method, so to draw a grid, and also coordinate method, and also copy paste method. Today it's a translational repeat method. These are the methods to draw a building or to build a building. For example, I consider one example. Consider one building. Yeah. Check this building. What are the parts we have in 3D model? In ground level, it's a plinth level, right? In our ground level is our plinth level. Below the plinth level is substructure. Above the plinth level is superstructure. Please be remember these all things. When you are go to interviews or GATE, PG set exams also, they may be asked, what are the structural parts? So we have 3 parts: substructure, superstructure, plinth level. And again, what is substructure? Below the plinth level is substructure. Above the plinth level is superstructure. What is plinth level? Around the ground. Okay, ground level is our plinth. Now, what are the components in substructure? Footing and footing column. Okay, footing and footing column. And what are the superstructure? Column, beam, and slab. Okay, these 3 things. Now, same type you can observe in real-time buildings also. Real-time buildings. So substructure in ground, into the ground, and superstructure above the ground. Plinth level is ground level. Here you can observe we have number of columns and number of beams, and also we have a slab. When we go to the dead load and live load, I will explain each and every point we are using in real time. Okay, real time constructional process I will explain you. Now, what are the things we are completed? Beam and continuous beam. Like these loads we are completed means concentrated load, UDL load, uniformly varying load, these type of loads. But when you go to in real-time construction, we need total data, means dead load, live load, wind load, and seismic loads. And also you can know about the what is the mixed proportion of the concrete. Okay, for example, M20, M30, M35, etc. And also steel grades, Fe415, Fe550, etc. And concrete means, what is mean by concrete means It's a mixed proportion of cement, coarse aggregate, fine aggregate. These all the things are in basics. Okay, it's not in real, but it's a basic things. But how we can go to the real time? Okay, when you go to the real time, first you need to complete the plan. Okay, like this. Like this. First, you need to complete the plan, entire plan, hall, bedroom, kitchen, etc. You need to complete the plan. Then we can go with center line drawing. Okay, column beam drawing or center line drawing. Column beam drawing means beam thickness we can show it, and center line means just a single line. Okay, if you don't know this process, then you can't understand the analysis also. Anyway, so this type of center line we need it. Then we go to the StatPro software, we analyze the whole the structure. After complete the analysis part, we enter into the constructional field. Okay. Now, for example, I consider G+1 building. It's my G+1 building. And after complete the planning, I place the columns and beams and also center line drawing. And each column to column distance, I have 4 meters. Okay. Lengthwise and also widthwise. And here you can observe it's my G+1 building. Okay, G+1 means ground is 1 floor, first is 1 floor. So 2 floors. 2 floors means 2 floors only. G+1 means 2 floors, means ground level and first floor level. And we need a plinth beam also, footings. Plinth beam as per I show previous drawing, right? Like this. So ground floor, first floor and plinth level. Now I going to do this one. Okay, please be careful, because if you do any mistake, you can get the errors. It may be 500, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh also. So go with the step by step with carefully. Now I open the StatPro, new project. Now here you can select the space. In previous classes, we are done in plane. What are the things? We have a beam and applied some load. We can get the shear force and bending moment values. Now I can go with the 3D models. That is the reason here I selected space. Select the space and change the name meter kilonewton. For example, I want to change the name side 14. Next, add beam, finish. Now, coming to your AutoCAD file, it is your AutoCAD file only. Okay. In your AutoCAD file, length, width, height is G+1. Now, so length is our X direction, width is our Z direction. So what we do now? I go with the translational repeat procedure. You've seen already, right? So I go with translational repeat. Means in left hand side, geometry, right hand side, close the snap and node box and enter 0. Why I am entering 0 here? I need one node or beam. Okay. Without selecting, we can't copy. That is the reason I selected one node 0, 0, 0. Now I want to select this node. So how can I select? Go to menu bar, select node cursor. By using of node cursor, I selected the node. Now, where we have the translational repeat, menu bar, geometry, translational repeat. Because in our left side also we have a geometry name, and also menu bar also we have a geometry name. Okay, do not confuse. Then direction. What is our direction here? X direction. Now translational repeat procedure. We need number of steps and spacing. Now how many steps here? 4, 4. We have 2 steps. Okay, 4, 4. Now and distance is 4. Type here number of steps 2, distance is 4. Now you need to select link step. Okay, my length is completed. Okay, lengthwise is completed. The next width also 2 partitions means 2 steps, distance is 4. Now here you can select the whole the structure. Okay, not a node point. To select the whole the structure. Then you can go with the geometry, translational repeat, Z direction. How many steps? 2 steps. Number of steps 2 and spacing 4. Done. Click on link steps. Okay. It's your plan. Okay, it's your plan view. Both. And we can change the views also. Here you can observe left top part. These are the views. Let me check it out. Front view, back view, left view, right view, top view, bottom view, isometric view. We have the different type of views because every building we have 6 type of views, right? Any building, yeah, this building we can consider front view, back view, left view, right view, top view, and bottom. Now this picture is a isometric view. Okay, same like that. Here also we have front, what I explained before, copy paste method, just loading only. UDL load, how to apply the UDL load, how to apply the linear varying loads, those things. Yeah, I will try. Today topic is completed, then I will explain starting onwards. Now, then it's my plan view. Now, how many floors it is? Not this one. Yeah, G plus 1. G plus 1 means 2 floors. Now, select the whole plan. Select the whole plan. Go to geometry. Translational repeat. It is in Y direction. Please be remember, length means X direction, width is Z direction, and height is Y direction. Now, height is my Y direction. How many steps do I require? G plus 1 means ground and first floor. 2. Then I need substructure also. For substructure, you can consider 3. So we need 3 steps. Now, what is the height? Floor height. As per our IS 456 in Indian standards, they maintain 3 meters of floor height. If you have any doubts, please be open your code book. Okay, read all the papers, okay? I don't remember the page name. Then next. Here you can observe 1, 2, 3. Spacing is 3, 3, 3. But as per our real-time constructions, otherwise as per the code book, superstructure floor to floor distance is 3 meters, but substructure distance is depending on the superstructure load. Okay, means dead load, live load, depending on the these calculation, we can go with the substructure. And also you can collect the soil and do the soil test. Okay, GT lab, we can simply say GT lab, or you can do the soil test. And as per Indian standards, minimum, okay, just minimum foundation depth is 1.2 meters. Okay, 1.2 meters. Anybody want meter or feet? Just go through the Google and check it out. 1.2 meter in feet. 3.93 means of course 4 feet almost. So minimum foundation depth is 4 feet. Okay, compulsory you can go with the 4 feet. Otherwise your wall will be collapsed or your building will be collapsed. Some of the cases. Then click on link step. Okay. In bottom one, I don't need it. Please delete it. It's your model. Done. This is your model. Okay. So once again, I can explain now. Listen. Open Start Pro. License, Indian Design Code, new project, space, change the name, meter, kilonewton. Next, click on S, add beam, click on finish, geometry. I close this, snap and node, and I need one 0 point. Then I select the node cursor, select the node, translational repeat, X direction. I have 2 steps with 4 meters of distance. Select link steps. Okay. Previously, I have only single node. That is the reason I selected only node. Now I have a beams also. So I select all the beams. Go to translational repeat. Width. Width also I have 2 steps with 4 meters of distance. Click on link step. Okay. Then my building is G+1. So select the whole plan. Click on translational repeat in Y direction. G+1 means ground is 1, 2 is first floor, 3 is our plinth level. As per the Indian standards or regular standards, floor height is 3 meters. Then our substructure depth means footing depth, I consider minimum 1.2. Then select link steps, click on OK. And also I don't need the bottom beams. Set as front view, select like this, del. Del means delete. This is the procedure. Okay. Previously you are doing only single. Now you are doing multiple. This is the difference. Okay. Procedure is same, but our way of thinking we can increase. Now, what is our next step? Next step is property. LHS, go to geometry, general, property. In right side, here you can observe we have a columns and beams. Okay. So separately you can consider the dimensions. Column dimensions are different, beam dimensions are different. But if it is same, you can go through the same also as per AutoCAD file. The variation is there. Now I go with the define, and columns I consider circular, and beams I consider rectangle. Okay. Now here you can observe in our property box, circular. Circular means columns. Now how can I select the columns here? Okay, like this you can select. It's a time waste process. So set as front view, set as front view, drag like this. Okay, drag like this means drag left to right with horizontal. Left to right with horizontal. But some of the people they think like in vertical way. Direct total column we can select. But when you go to the isometric view, beams also selected. But we don't need the beams. We need only for columns. That is the reason you can select the front view left to right with horizontal selection like this. Only column selection. Next, assign to selected beam. Assign. Yes. My columns are completed. Here we have a 3D model. Click. Check it out. And next, beams. Now select the beam property. Set as front view. Same process. Select only beams. When you hold the control, it will be selected multiple items. Done. Now, assign to selected beam, assign yes. Check it out in render. And in 3D model, whatever it highlighted only shows that. Now, click on side and go through 3D model like this. Okay. Done. Now, our next step, support. LHS, support, RHS, create. Here I choose fixed support. Fixed support means like this foundation. Okay, not your BTech calculational supports, it's a footing types. Here you can observe like this footing type. It's a only ground floor or G+1 whatever. We have a slab and upper columns, primary beams, secondary beams, and lower column, pad footing, and depth of foundation and ramp. You can observe like this model only I doing the start floor. We have footing, plinth level, column, beam. Of course. Now, how can I assign this? Select the support, set as front view, select the bottom node. Okay, only bottom nodes. Now assign to selected node, assign, yes. Assign to selected node, assign, yes. These three steps are common to you. Okay, because translational repeat, properties, and suppose the three things are common. What is our new topic? Translational repeat. And then next is floor load. Okay, load I consider as a floor load because we need a floor, right? That is the reason. Now left hand side, load and definition. Right hand side, load case detail. Add, add, close. Now select the load case one. Click on add. Up to here you know that. Now here what you do, go to floor load. Name we have the floor load. Floor load is maximum 3 only. So I consider 2. Now in right side we have a ranges. Ranges means this dimension. What is our length as per AutoCAD file? Length is 8, width is 8. So X direction 8, Y direction 8. Okay, here to here 8, here to here 8. Now what is the Y range? Y range means this one. 3, 3, 1.2. So 7.2. 7.2. Click on add, close. They automatically applied in floor load. Like this we can apply the floor load. Okay, it is called simple building analysis. Simple building analysis. So what are the things here? 3D model, column properties are separate, beam properties are separate. Supports we are using plinth level, and load is floor load. Then analyze and check the results. It's a common thing. Okay. Now what is here? New thing, floor load. Side heading, floor load. Side heading, floor load. Load case 1, add. Load case 1 add, because you know the previous procedure, that is the reason I directly go with load case 1. Side heading, floor load. Select the load case 1. Select the load case 1. Click on add. Load case 1. Click on add. Go to floor load. Floor load. Go to floor load. Pressure -2 kilonewton per meter square. Units are very important. Please be write down units also. Pressure -2 kilonewton per meter square. -2 kilonewton per meter square. Apply the ranges. Apply the ranges. Ranges means in brackets you can write down. Apply the ranges, length, width, and height of the building. Length, width, and height of the building. Apply the ranges. Ranges means length, width, and height of the building. Now my building height is 7.2, my building length 8 meters, my building width also 8 meters. Done. Apply the ranges. Ranges means length, width and height. Done. Now click on add, close, add, close. Here no need to assign anything, okay? Nothing is there, no need to assign. No need to assign anything. These two are the today's topic, translational repeat and floor load. So you can maintain this. I will forward that pic also. First practice this one because it's little bit hard. Whoever not understand the style, it's little bit hard because our next topic we can go with the dead load, live load, wind loads like that. So in that time, if you any doubt, please be clarified up to that. Now, fine it is. Any doubt for floor or translational repeat? Okay, someone asked.
Sir, the
For
nodal load and concentrated load difference in this.
Nodal load means joint load. Only corner points it act the load.
Means only in frames are sir. Nodal load joints in frame.
ఫ్రేమ్స్ అని కూడా కాదు, చూపిస్తాను. Steel members, maximum steel members. Yeah, here you can see it's a precasted building. Okay, precasted building. So somewhere it's casted and somewhere it placed. So in the here correctly the drawing. Okay, so above column load is comes to below column, right? So this load is for joint load. Above column comes to below column. In that interacting point is our point load. And for beam, this side beam, okay? This side one is concentrated. Correctly picture. Observe here. In above column comes to below column, okay? There is no connectivity here. For example, there is no connectivity. Now it is a nodal load. For example, you have any connectivity with beam, it's a concentrated load. అర్థమైందా? ఇప్పుడు జిమ్కి వెళ్తావా? ఐడియా ఉందా జిమ్? సో జిమ్లో నువ్వు డంబుల్స్ ఎత్తుతున్నావు అనుకో, డంబుల్స్ ఎత్తినప్పుడు ఏంటి, లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ వెయిట్ లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్, రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ వెయిట్ రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్, అండ్ మ్యాక్సిమం నీ పామ్ పైన వెయిట్ పడుతుంది. అది నోడల్ లోడ్. దట్ ఈస్ నోడల్ లోడ్. బికాస్ వస్తే సడన్గా వస్తుంది, లేదంటే ఫ్రీగా మనకి మూవ్మెంట్ అనేది వస్తుంది. అండ్ అది మన బాడీ మొత్తానికి కార్నర్స్లో పడుతుంది. లెగ్స్ ఇవి కాబట్టి, లెగ్స్ ఏమో కింద బాగా పూజ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం, దీన్ని మనం ఎత్తుతాం కాబట్టి. సో అది నీకు నోడల్ లోడ్ కిందకి వస్తుంది. అదే ఒక రాడ్ తీసుకొని నువ్వు వర్కౌట్ చేస్తున్నావు అనుకో, అప్పుడు నీ బాడీలో ఉన్న ఎవ్రీ నర్వస్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది యాక్టివేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. సో అది వచ్చేసి నీకు కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్ లోడ్ కిందకి వస్తుంది అనమాట. ఇంకొంచెం సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే, ఇప్పుడు ఇదే బీమ్ పైన ఎలాంటి కనెక్టివిటీ లేకుండా ఇంకో బీమ్ ఉంది, దాని లోడ్ దీని పైకి యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది అంటే ఇది కార్నర్ కాబట్టి ఈ బీమ్కి అది కార్నర్, సో పాయింట్ లోడ్. అదే కరెక్ట్ జాయింట్ కాకుండా ఇంకెక్కడైనా పడింది అంటే అది కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్. సో లాస్ట్ కార్నర్ పాయింట్ మీద పడితేనే అది నువ్వు నోడల్ లోడ్ లాగా కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి, లేకుంటే అవసరం లేదు. ఈ డ్రాయింగ్లో అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాలి. ఈ డ్రాయింగ్లో అబ్జర్వ్, లాస్ట్ ఎండ్ పాయింట్లో పడుతుంది కదా, ఈ లాస్ట్ ఎండ్ పాయింట్లో పడితే నోడల్ లోడ్. అదే బీమ్ మీద ఎక్కడైనా పడుతుంది అంటే కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్. అండ్ ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ రియల్ టైంలో మనకి కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్ ఫోర్సెస్ ఉండవు, ఓన్లీ ఫర్ స్టీల్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్. స్టీల్ స్ట్రక్చరల్ టైప్స్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్టీల్ మోడల్ చూడు.